Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Scion the Tower, or welcome to Scion the Tower. If this is your first time, if this is your first time, I think you have picked a lovely time as we're about to enter the new year, and our characters are simply going through this sort of like rebirth revelation. Once again, visiting what seems to be the favorite underworld, Hades, um, and trying to solve this universal existential crisis. Just a very normal day for demigods on the path to becoming gods. Before we dig back into the game, I think it's super important to talk about the true heroes of the story. So let us begin with Zach. If you would please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and any pertinent information you would like to share with the peeps out there.
Hello, I am Zachary Naldra, he, him. I am playing Bodhi Lee, she, her. Born, reborn, scion of Tara of the Paz. Um, yeah, man, that's what I got for you at the moment.
Beautiful. Crow, same thing. If you would please share with us who you are, who you're playing, and any pertinence you would like to share.
Cool. Hi, I'm Crow. I will be playing Nolan. He, him. Uh, we'll talk about that Pantheon in just a moment. Um, basically, yeah. You can find me here, or you can find me also on Thursdays, every other Thursday, in the world below. So check us out on that, and also, yeah, some other pertinence of things you should go look for, like our tasty bits, our other games. You should get that now before those sales go out. And also check out all the other stuff we're going to be releasing soon. So yeah, that's all I got for right now.
Beautiful. So let's see. This is going to be a slightly shorter episode than usual, so we should jump right in. Um, Last episode was a great episode. Many things happened, but the most important thing that happened was that our heroes pet a dog. Um, and this dog was, of course, Cerberus, who was in Hades, where Nolan, attempting to kind of squelch the sheer amount of family drama that he has been dealing with. Uh, Went down and met with Persephone, and in so talking, he was able to get a key to Tartarus to find one particular Titan who may be able to help um, the I would say soon to be like very existential crisis that the universe is dealing with right now. Um, Nolan, along with Bodhi Lee, having finished up their business there, decided to visit Nyx while you're like in the neighborhood, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she promised some iced tea.
She
She
did.
did. So I figure we'll go there first.
Okay. Um, and so you remember essentially the way to Nyx's abode. It's not a very complicated journey. It's just a difficult one that takes, days upon days upon days, and also just like wears upon your psyche. But you can definitely get there. And as you're walking there, you notice many of the shades are are suffering because of her energies, her influence over this domain. Although there is one that seems to be doing just fine.
Um, Gonna check out this shade for just a moment.
Is it anybody we recognize?
Yeah.
At first glance, no. You can roll either a empathy cunning or an occult intellect.
I'm gonna go occult intellect.
I will do empathy cunning. Cold reads give me anything for a specialty?
Yes, it do.
All
Yes,
right.
it do.
Tres.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Five successes, three tens um on the divinity dice.
Okay. So under normal circumstances, um, Bodhi, you're looking at the shade, and it's very strange that they seem to just be acting as a shade and not suffering from the lack of existence that's like being put upon this domain, but like nothing really stands out to you.
The,
Nolan, at first glance, you do not recognize this shade until something occurs. There is a particular type of like green fire that is emanating from the center of this shade, and you've only seen green fire from one place, yourself, and technically your family. Like Ares has been able to do it. So this shade certainly should not just be, you know, made of this stuff.
Right.
does my death purview help me in any way here with this?
I think once Nolan was to say that there's some sort of like magic happening, then it would help, but it would help in a sense that you realize very quickly the shade is not dead.
Oh, okay. Um, I'm just gonna point it out like that has my divine flame. I don't like that at all. Do your thing. Do your whole death talky thing.
Just gonna whistle for him. Like, ayo, hey, you. You with the green flames. What's up? What's going on?
So once you point out the green flame, the shade's gonna look at you, um, and will slowly make their way over.
Hey, how you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you for asking. Um, you seem to be the only one doing good down here, though. How you managing that one?
I don't know. I don't understand what is happening.
What is your name?
I forgot.
What is your quest?
I forgot?
How are you even here?
So,
You
so
forgot.
Shade looks at you. I am here because I was killed.
Bye.
I don't know if I can say.
Do you not know that you can say because you don't remember, or that you? This is are we running into one of those situations where, uh, whatever caused your death is causing you fear of some sort that is, um, by saying its name, it'll. Did you say Bloody Mary in the mirror 3 times? Candyman? Either of those? Anything like that?
I don't know if I can trust you.
You don't know who you are, but you don't know if you can trust us.
Right.
I mean, I don't wait. Shit. And with that, the shade just kind of like lowers his head and says, "Okay, I do know my name. I am hiding.
Why are you hiding? What did you do?
I haven't done anything.
Were you involved in something?
I was set up by people like you."
You were what? You were set up by Scions?
It was set up by gods.
Oh, wait.
It's kind of you to call me a god, but it's a little premature.
Hold that thought. Were you? I'm guessing you're the ferryman, correct?
Me? No,
Hmm,
no,
not the ferryman.
no.
Oh.
The fact that you don't recognize me kind of hurts, brother.
When you say brother, are you talking about in like the cultural sense, the relative sense, or like the
Well,
whole?
before I answer that, let me ask you a question, brother. How how do you feel about, you know, dad, the family, becoming a god?
Well, first of all, I don't even know who you are, sir. I have never seen you in my whole entire life. And number two, I don't know what you're talking about. Family is the, and he takes out like a note card that he had to like
It,
write
it,
down from Bodhi.
yeah, so just we're soft for a minute. Simmer down. We're gonna get to the point where we gotta figure some things out here. You're asking him to spill dirt on his family. You want to have you want to sip some tea with him, but you won't tell him your name.
How about this? I will tell you my name,
Hmm.
depending on the answer. If I can't trust you, then I think we should just part ways and I will go back to hiding and you can go do whatever you're doing.
Okay, which sibling? Because like there's a lot of siblings, okay? At this point, it could be, to be honest, you could be a Finnish child from like the 1800s as a sibling for all I know.
I could be.
So like, which one?
You tell me how you feel about this whole godhood family thing, and then I will be more forthcoming.
Well, I am still trying to answer that first half of that question, but the second half involving family, I feel like you guys have a lot of drama that you need to settle amongst yourselves and not involve me at all, to be honest. But here I am fixing the problem. Seems to be a pattern here.
I see. Well then, I might be able to help. And he essentially like takes off his shade disguise. And he very much has that Aries look in him. And he introduced himself as Ixion.
Okay, well, nice meeting you, sir. Uh, he just grabs Bodhi and just like, well, we are just gonna have to go. All
Whoa, whoa,
right.
whoa, whoa,
Have
whoa! Hold on. I share something of mine. We are family.
by technicality.
Isn't that what all family is?
Well, according to the family court, yes.
I mean, like, since we met, wouldn't it be nice to help each other out?
Just gonna look to Bodhi.
I I, I I have way too many siblings that I haven't met. Or I don't have any siblings that I haven't met. I don't know how exactly that works. Mom has not been forthcoming with that. Um, yeah, I mean,
Seems to be.
do you want to? I mean, do you want to at least see what information your brother,
Half
half
brother.
brother
Yep, very
has?
much half. All right, Ixion, what do you have?
I I mean, if the weight of these things are, weighing down on you, I think you should be able to rely on me for, a little bit of help. While it is a technicality that we are family, that technicality is still there.
You're literally hiding as a shade, and you think you can possibly help me with what?
I'm hiding as a shade because people in our technical family, set me up and had me tortured. I'd rather not be tortured anymore.
Well, you all are setting each other up for some sort of disaster with like how you talk around the subject. So, what's the phrase? Speak plainly, sir, so we can all understand what it is that you want.
I want to have a family, something I was denied.
Want to convert?
I honestly wouldn't mind that.
We can do that. Yeah, that is how a good number of gods come over to our pantheon.
Oh, I should be forthright though. I am not a god.
Well,
He-
you're the okay. You're the son of a god, right?
I am.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yes.
Well, we talk to some people. We go to our place. We talk to some people. We see who's a good fit, and we can match you up someone.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah. Adoption. You know.
That'd be very nice.
Yeah.
But of course, I don't want this to be a one. I
Yeah.
would like to
So yeah.
help you all out as well.
If I am going to bring into the family though, I do have to why was your family torturing you? Like
People,
like you said that you've been very vague. You have been honest, but have given the minimum amount of information in your answers. We are going to need you to be open, and honest. So saying they set you up is not a thing, is not sufficient. We need the who, what, where, and why.
they call me a kinslayer.
Okay, that's the beginning of the sentence. They call me a kinslayer because I. They said
Yes,
I did.
yes, I killed him, but it was a justified killing.
Oh, well then here's the thing. We solved the mystery. Okay, we can go now on our quest.
Who I killed blank.
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not feeling a lot of love from the other side of the conversation, which means I'm not really. Why
I
should I
think
keep.
Nolan just puts a hand on his shoulder. It just flips the sunglasses up and those green flames kind of flare up. Okay, all right. We played this game long enough. You killed a kid. You know how that works. You know how this family runs. It's one thing for us to have like petty beef. When we start killing each other, that's when the family starts stomping on folks. So you better have like a great reason for it.
I mean, yeah, because we definitely killed the Scion of Caesar, and
And were
nobody's
you
nobody said shit.
tortured for a
No,
thousand year for
no,
thousands of years in Tartarus?
no, nobody said shit because that Scion of Caesar was being a dick and deserved it.
Yeah. So the fact that they're torturing you kind of suggests that you did something uncultured.
Either that or you're bad at politics.
I may be slightly bad at politics.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you killed. So the person that you killed, while they may have deserved it, was liked by the rest of the family, and while you feel it was justified, the family did not feel it was justified. Is that the
The
vibe
person
that
I
I'm getting?
killed was liked by Zeus.
Well, you set yourself up there, sir.
So because Zeus is your friend, you can go around stealing people's horses and making a fool of yourself. No, like we should still be civil to each other.
I'm pretty sure that happened a lot
That
from my
did
knowledge from
that.
Greek. That
It's
yeah.
so common. It's like the most common crime between like everyone in this pantheon at some point.
Like
A horse?
they tricked Hera into thinking Hercules was her kid, and then he rejected her bitter tit while she tried to breastfeed him, and that's how he got the Milky Way.
So like that's so I do something and it's not okay, but they do things and it's fine. Like that's what I say I'm bad at politics. Like clearly I don't
Kin
know what's allowed and what's not.
Kinslaying would probably be a like, I don't know, like a bridge way too far from stealing a horse.
So are you saying that you would sooner torture your brother for thousands of years than just kill someone and stop the evil from spreading?
Well, horse theft is generally not a crime punishable by
One
death.
of many crimes. That was just the last one.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, hell,
The horse,
Loki turned into a horse to did a whole bunch of things and made a baby horse, and
Someone should probably kill him
that's a
too.
titan now.
oh, like, what is this is the thing that you decided to crash out for was like a horse theft was like the
That
thing
was
you decided to
the
crash out.
last thing. It was a clear pattern of just complete disrespect.
And you didn't think to like maybe Game of Thrones this. You thought, you know what? I'm just gonna slay him and no one's gonna say anything.
No,
Especially
no,
Zeus.
I didn't. Wasn't just going to slay him. I was going to fight him, engage in physical combat. It's not my fault he died.
It kind of is.
Maybe
It
he's
kind of
just
is.
weak. And maybe if you're weak, shouldn't go around acting like you're not.
Bodhi,
Look, look, it is a thing in your family that you don't just kill your family. You create a hydra to kill your husband's bastard son. You don't do it yourself.
That's a lot of work. And also, if killing is happening anyway, why is the creation of the Hydra removing responsibility? See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not saying
See,
any family is
it's
perfect.
technicalities though. It's
Ah, I can't do technicalities. Like, what? Okay, how about this? Wouldn't it be better if we, as a family, as a pantheon, worked on a technicality so we could just like be better to each other?
you don't get to say that. Like, I get to say that. You don't get to say that.
Why don't I get to say that?
Because you went Kinsley, you crashed out over a horse.
But 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 all the tricks, that's not crossing the line. The killing through technicality, that's not crossing the line. I accidentally kill someone and that crosses the line?
you
You know what?
accident you challenged him to a fight, right? Okay, so we got that part. How does he accidentally die in a fight? Like, did you punch him once and he fell down and just hit his head 18 times on a steel rod?
No, I punched him a lot.
Uh huh.
Huh.
And then he stopped moving.
I just didn't right, like God's divine. Like that's not supposed to like kill you.
You're divine now, you dumbass.
Well, if you're trapped in Tartarus for a while, they try to like strip you of the divine.
You were divine when you did that,
Like
dumbass.
baby divine, though. I don't think it counted.
Alright. So, you challenged someone to a fight, and it turned from a fight to a beating.
Yes.
And then you continued with the ass whooping,
Yep, yep.
and things went too far.
Yes, a mistake. Things happen. A far cry from all those intentional killings that technically didn't work, but it's still a killing, a murder.
You know, I'm probably the newest Scion divine thing in this pantheon, and even I know what to do and not to do. That should say a lot at this point. Like, did you
See,
not study any of the mythology? Like it's written in black and white.
no, I didn't study.
All right. So you've escaped the torture, right?
Yes.
Okay. The Scion that you killed, where are they?
Don't know. I did not see them while I was spinning on a wheel for millennia.
Okay, but you're not spinning on a wheel for a millennia anymore, right?
Right, but like I did not just like go search for them after I escaped. I kind of
Right.
just like hung out with the shades. You know, they're quiet, but
Right, but I mean that Scion's got to be down here somewhere if they didn't come back, right?
possibly.
Not every Scion can be reincarnated. So maybe you have an opportunity to find this Scion that you accidentally killed and be like, hey, bro, my bad, it was an accident. And maybe
I
get
mean,
some resolution there.
I would do that, but considering my own brother's reaction to me, I don't think that'll be helpful to anybody.
You it,
You're
it,
literally,
it doesn't matter who else you discuss this with. You cannot move on from what you did until you address what you did with the person you did it to.
So let's say I find this person and I'm like, I'm sorry. And then they like rat me out, I get caught, and I go back to being tortured again. And this time it's harder to escape.
um, you did the bad thing, so you probably should accept the consequences of your action.
The consequences of eternal torture?
Did you, again, do you not read any of the mythology?
Again? No!
So so you want me to accept that you are undeserving of this punishment. But what you have to come up with a way to atone for what you did.
Okay, I will agree to that.
Okay.
But that way, if the only method of atonement is to accept eternal torture, that doesn't seem like a atonement.
It's not you know, if you find him, you can check out the lay of the land. You can see what's going on. You can see who else is around. If he snitches, just dip. He's got to. He's not gonna just like yell out and someone's gonna show up.
True,
Because
but
I
if I
mean,
make
Nolan over here's been kind of loud of calling you a kinslayer, and
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
not like, he'll call out and then I'll be caught instantly, but if I reveal myself, it just makes it easier for people because eventually there's someone's going to check in on me and be like, haha, he's being tortured. Wait, he's not there. People are going to be looking for me.
how many people
Well,
do you think are being tortured down here?
Down here, not many. In Tartarus, a lot. That's kind of what they do there.
Exactly.
yeah,
There's
but
a
you're
lot
not
of
in
doors.
Tartarus.
You're not in
Yeah.
Tartarus now. You find him, make amends, and you dip the fuck out, and you go somewhere else. Look, if Shades could come here from the Vale when they finally accept their part in their pantheon and their part in the order of things, when they can come there from the Vale, just like directly, there's path, they know how to get here. There's
Hmm.
got to be a way back to the Vale.
But,
And the Vale
like,
is a place that the gods here don't have power over.
I can't get to the veil unless a god of death were to help me get there. And I don't think Hades is going to be super into helping me further escape.
You know what? I'm going to give you some advice. How about go down there, talk to Persephone, who seems very lovely and very all about redemption.
What about not talking to gods? I don't want to be like, hey there, God, I'm here. And so she
Well,
could be like, I've seen
And
him.
Hey, look, look. If there is a god in your pantheon that is like, you're right, Zeus is an asshole. Yeah.
Persephone would probably be one of them.
You know what? I'm all about compromise. How about this? You all seem close with her, so how about you all test the waters? And if she seems cool after you bring it up, then I'll go about it.
All right. How about what was the was? You never did tell us the name of the Scion you killed.
Ah, I feel like I've revealed enough at this point, and considering
Oh,
the
like
Look, in
you
order
haven't told us anything.
in order for my plan to help you help yourself to work, I need, as I said, I need openness. So, what was
give me a persuasion, either a persuasion cunning or empathy cunning.
persuasion cunning? Okay.
Yeah, you're like actively trying to convince him.
All right.
I'll assist.
Charming persuasion specialty helping me in any way?
We'll say yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, nope, that was two tens. I'm gonna roll that one again. Oh, that one didn't help. Well, fuck you, second die. So if you reroll a divinity die, it counts as another success on a divinity die, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that is five successes, and four of those are divinity dice. Or, no, sorry. Six successes, and five of those are divinity dice.
3 successes, 2 on divinity.
Dionysus. He was my father-in-law.
Wait, repeat that one more time.
Dionysus.
I'm gonna do a marvel for death,
Mm-hmm.
um, and tap in, and since the psychopomp calling is essentially pulling, is bringing the dead to where they're supposed to be and communicating through. Um, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna bring, if Leonidas' soul is in the underworld, I'm just gonna pull him right to us with my death marvel.
No wonder they are beating your ass in Tartarus. You practically almost started a whole war.
No, 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 no. I didn't start a whole war.
That's like saying, oh yeah, they shot Archduke Ferdinand, so technically they didn't start the war, but technically they kicked off the war.
Which war is this?
Yes. Go
Which
on, tell us, which war did you possibly kick off?
Look, I just don't. I gave someone his due just because you're a king or whatever. I no. I
wait, wait, King Leonidas. Wait, that was the Trojan War. Is that war?
you're. You know what? I think this has been super fun. Um,
You're not going anywhere, and I am going to use the Death Marvel to bring Leonidas right here in front of us.
fine. Hmm. So, Sam, I'll look at you, and then we'll say, "I'm sorry I killed you." In my defense, you were acting like a real asshole, but I took it too far.
Yeah, so you have anything you want to say to your son-in-law? Did I hear that right?
Thought you were being tortured.
That him being tortured has nothing to do with his apology. Okay, it has something to do with his apology. He was being tortured for a while.
I was told that this would be a never-ending torture, and seeing that he is here, seems like we have very different definitions of never-ending.
Sometimes torture is physical, sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's mental.
I wanted the physical torture on the wheel with the fire.
Okay. And,
Mhm,
and who
mhm.
and who did you make that agreement with?
Who did I make this agree? Why does it matter?
A lot of things kind of matter. If you could just help us
So
out
yeah,
with this.
I made an agreement with Zeus.
okay.
Ah,
So how's your afterlife been, if you don't mind me asking?
Not as good as life itself, but it has been adequate.
I mean, you're not down in Tartarus, are you? Where are you at? They got you at Elysian Fields, Mount
Uh,
Olympus.
I get to visit Mount Olympus occasionally.
All right, but I mean, this is where you were, right? Down here, even though this is not Tartarus and not being eternally tortured on the wheel, it's a step down from where you were, right?
Yes, it very much is.
Yeah. So we can have a dialogue and we can kind of work some centuries old bad blood out. And if you want to after that have ever having that conversation, you go back to where you were. You never see your son-in-law again, and
also,
he goes
you're holding on
to a wheel.
to a grudge for a few millennia. I would just kind of, I wouldn't say move on, but like, you're stuck in the Elysian field. Like, that's kind of like, that's a fuck ass deal, to be honest. I mean, this kind of seems like he cast you aside for that.
Okay, of course, that's where I'm going to be.
Well, yeah, but like, I mean,
What?
you're a king and you aren't reincarnated. You aren't sitting on a throne. And Zeus, in the thousands of years that you've been dead, has replaced you with other kin.
What? It's because I mean, if you had power, I mean, you don't have power over Zeus, so you had to have made some sort of deal. What kind of deal did you make with Zeus? What did you give up so that you could have your son-in-law tortured for eternity? What did that
It was
cost you?
this was more of Zeus doing. Zeus did not appreciate this one's overall actions.
Wasn't there something with a golden apple, like that started the whole thing? Anyways, that Zeus was like, "Nah, I'm not messing with that. Here, you deal with it." And someone gave the apple to Helen instead of to like Hera, Aphrodite, and Athena. And
There are many things that I honestly don't remember anymore. It was a very long time ago.
all right, do you remember why he killed you? Do you remember what happened there? Or do you just
I don't remember.
okay? Do you remember what it was like to be a king?
I remember not betrayal, but the audacity of this brat.
The audacity. So, do you remember how did you die? How do you remember your death?
I don't.
So how do you know that you didn't do something to
I ask
just?
again, what, what does it matter? I was the king and his father-in-law. He has I should be able to do whatever I want.
I'm starting to get why he made this decision. I'm starting to get why he was not happy with you.
One second, Bodhi. Can I have an
Yeah,
sidebar?
yeah. What's up?
Excuse me, and also respect the sidebar. And just gonna have the two of them like step off to the side. Okay, you see what I'm talking about here? Like this is a never-ending cycle that just keeps happening over and over again. Like this feels like a trap. Like, and not like an asshole trap, but like a trap, family trap. Like that. Like it never ends with these people. Like it will always be like a cycle of torture, no matter what. So, how do you want to deal with Tweedledee and Tweedledum, seeing as Tweedledee is not actually helping us, it's just kind of giving us busy work, and Tweedledum is stuck on the wheel mentally with the his son-in-law.
Okay. So you want to go back to where you were. You don't want to go back to where you were.
That's correct.
Okay. So what about what's going on in this current climate do y'all know about that could help us?
Um, so example, I really don't know much. I was kind of just hiding, and then the other shades started getting weird and felt like things were breaking down, but I don't really know.
And what are things like in the Elysian Fields?
Things are, they could be better, but
Any recent change?
no. Of
Okay.
course, I am in a very special part of the Elysian Fields. I don't know what everyone else has to deal with.
Wait, wait. Um, Rewatch as Nolan takes out like two. It's like wiffle bats, like the rubber wiffle bats that you just bonk someone upside the head with.
Yep, yep, yep.
He's bringing two of them out. He hands one to one party and one to the other.
Ixan will take it. The king just kind of looks at you up and down.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are under my divinity now, under my domain. You guys are gonna fight this out until you solve it. So, well, go on.
Ixan will then drop the bat. Like, nah, nah, nah. I've fallen for this once before. Not again.
Oh
Mm-mm.
no. So this is uncle time now, because now I'm uncle. I am dad and I am uncle, and dad is saying you two are gonna fight it out or hug it out. So you want to act like kids? I'm gonna treat you like kids.
I mean, you can't be. They can't torture you for eternity again.
It's like and the king will be like, "Don't worry. I'll reach out to Hades and make sure that we put you back where you belong."
That tells me you are kind of disconnected by everything. Have you not looked around recently?
Why would I look around in this area?
Okay, just do a quick 180. Just look around.
Okay, everybody looks
Hmm.
horrible. What I expect.
Okay, no, keep looking. Have you noticed anything?
Everybody looks like they are less kingly than I.
reeling in black epithet that I would really, really. Ooh, the AAVE. Okay. All right. Notice that no one is moving anywhere. They're
Yes,
not going
because they're
up,
not kings. They don't have any like gumption, any like drive.
and just Nolan kind of hits him with one of the wiffle bats upside the head.
How dare
Hit him
you?
it one more time. No one is moving up or down. No kings, no rulers. Look over there. Look over there. That one has a crown on. He's not going anywhere. Do you want to know why no one's going anywhere? Because no one is at the DMV, the Department of Vernacular Depth is happening here. So, okay, no one's moving up, no one's moving down, no one's going anywhere. So, therefore, the Elysian Fields, that might crumble. You might lose your little crown and your little kingdom there, Kingy.
That's how I know you're not a king.
Do you know how I know you don't have any idea of what divinity is and where your place lies within it?
Is this why y'all
How
brought me
many
here?
how many centuries were you in the Elysian Fields?
A few, maybe more.
Yeah. What would have gotten you to leave?
I was once offered a chance to go to Tartarus to watch this one suffer, but I decided that was
Even that wasn't a good enough of a sweet enough of a pie for you. And I brought you here with a snap of my finger. I can send you back with a snap of my finger.
all right. So what are we waiting for?
Or I can just
She
never snap my finger again and leave you here.
Or she can put you in another part of Tartarus, like a very special place for arrogant kings.
So are you telling me you all can somehow get me into Tartarus? I would love to see that.
Fine.
All right.
If that is how you wanted to be, I'm gonna do another Marvel. Put him in Tartarus. Put him on the wheel that his son-in-law has been on.
That's gonna be interesting. So as you begin to channel the divine energy, you realize something. You do not know how to get him into Tartarus, nor do you know where the wheel is.
Gonna
I'm gonna reach out to his son-in-law and we'll do some creative use of the health purview with
Mhm.
eminent with the domain of health, um, so that to repair some of the psychological scars that he has incurred while he was in Tartarus on the wheel, and in the process get the location of the wheel to send him to.
So you repair some of the scars. He will say so. He'll say a few things. One, Tartarus is essentially below Hades.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because Hades is kind of weird, I don't exactly know how to get there except for going down. Tartarus is also a massive maze, moving. So like I don't know exactly where the wheel. We would have to physically go there. I'm willing to show you. Full disclosure, I would rather not, but
Does he have a crown? He's wearing a crown, right?
yeah.
I'm grabbing it. I'm taking the crown. Yeah, you're no longer a king anymore.
What is your name?
Your Majesty. And he puts the crown on.
Do with that what you will. Once I speak to Hades and have you confined.
Yeah, about that. Hades and I kind of like this. Kind of the whole thing about like dealing with me is he does not want to deal with me at all. Like he puts me off on everyone else instead of dealing with me directly. Like I would be your 13th reason why. I don't think you want that.
It's a shame that you're going to have to learn the hard way, just like my son.
I
But don't
I
worry.
don't. Okay, you know what? Fine. You're gonna have to learn the hard way. All right.
You feel
I
a tap on your shoulder.
God, what is it this time? Yes.
Um, I know we just met and all, and it's probably not my place. But remember what you were saying to me 10 minutes ago? I just want to make sure you're not making the same mistake I did. Because you thought it was a mistake, and I don't want you to like.
I'm not going to kinslay.
He's already died. We can't. You can't. I mean,
And two, what I'm claiming is I'm claiming divinity over him.
I just wanted to, like check in. Don't let him get to you. He's ridiculously good at like getting under your skin. So, I'll back up for now.
Well, listen, I have cousins.
I have an idea. I have a fun one.
Takes the crown off, breaks the crown. I've dealt with this before with my cousins. Just keeps breaking the crown. Like anytime I've had to deal with like my cousin, like he got into the Juilliard that one time. So like I was like, okay, that's cool. He like you peasants wouldn't understand anything about that. So I put him through like the chair. I mean, he's fine now. I mean, like he had to recover. He had to take like a gap year, but like he was able to play afterwards.
But remember when I was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to kill him," and then he died because I didn't think he'd be that weak. This is exactly how I was then. So like, I'm just
He's dead. We can't kill him again.
I can just torture him
Well,
by being me.
yeah. Also, he's dead, so he's no longer a Scion, so it's no longer kinslaying. Um,
Yeah. Also, Zeus has replaced him. Like everyone has replaced him in a few millennia. That's why they left him in Elysian Field.
you you all are so simple. You don't understand the complexities. But do what you need to do. Well, we're the first people who.
so, so story guide. I want to try this one. I may not know where the spinning wheel in Tartarus is, but if he's on a spinning wheel somewhere else, he's not going to know the difference.
That is true.
And if he's on a spinning wheel somewhere else, even if they recognize that he's missing, they won't know where to look for him.
Very true.
I'm not going to send him to a spinning wheel in Tartarus. I am going to send him to an underworld that I know, that I have been to.
Easily done.
And I am going to send him to, for the sake of being very specific on where he is going. Um, it is going to be. We're going to send him to the Great Crying.
Ooh,
And put him on a spinning wheel in the Great Crying.
it's going to be rough. So as he is continuing his attempted beratement, you channel your purview of death, send him on a spinning wheel as he is forced to reckon with the fact that he is now being tortured for all eternity within the Great Crying.
He'll get out eventually.
Even, yeah,
It's the Buddhist underworld. Once he is done there, he goes through the processing center for some form of rebirth. And he was an asshole king, so it's probably not going to be. He's not going to be a king again, probably.
uh, you're doing that. Axion looks around and is like, "What did you do? Don't worry. I'll take the fall for it. You all go. I'll."
Take the fall for what?
Yeah,
What happened?
he's not. Yeah,
He's undead,
He's
dead again.
his state has not changed.
he just got sent on a vacation. That's all.
Oh,
He asked Zeus to put you on a spinning wheel,
Hmm.
and the politics did not seem to um, fit for what was seemed like the right thing to do. He's kind of a jerk. You probably,
Yeah.
I don't know you. Maybe you did deserve to be on a spinning wheel for all of eternity, but he seemed to enjoy that a little too much. And
Yep.
um, yeah, there's not good there. So for his
Also, he kept
pride,
trying to
his
pull rank.
arrogance, for his a number of things, he will now go through what you went through.
Well, well, thank you all.
All right. Now, until someone figures out that he's gone,
Mhm.
until someone figures out that you're gone, you're you've got the chance to do whatever it is you want to do.
Or take his spot in Legion Field, like no one's gonna check. Like no one's been checking for him for a while. Like you can literally just slip on through there. No one's gonna ask any questions.
Honestly, what I really want to do is like kind of get out of here, hear some music, like go to a concert, but
I mean, literally, like there's probably a doorway somewhere that we left behind that you can just literally
Yeah,
just
no,
skip across the
there
river.
literally is a doorway that is that we left behind when I came in here. So, you go down the now frozen river Styx. Uh, there's going to be a couple curves. You pass Cerebus, give him head pats. He's a good boy. Um,
Hmm.
and it'll be know, eventually on your right.
wait,
Yeah.
then why are you all coming this way if the doorway is that way?
Oh, we had to come in.
We came down here. That's how I got in.
Yeah, but like you all are like going away from the door
Well, yes, we have unfinished business down here.
Yeah, we got work. We're working. We're on the clock.
in the underworld that's like breaking down.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, well, if I can be of help, let me know. But if not, I'll just go do one of these concerts. I hear the lutes are electrified now. So,
All right.
Loots? What's a loot?
Oh, it's like when like a guitar, like
Oh.
lyre sort of
Oh.
thing.
Okay. Oh, like one of those little ones.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
like they plug them in and
Ukulele.
you I haven't even heard of those yet. See, I'm so excited.
All right, older brother. He's Nolan's just gonna do like a half hug, pat. Just all right. Just
Yeah,
go
yeah.
off, live your life, have fun.
All right,
We can go up and down. Like, do you want to give your brother some money for some clothes when he gets out? Because he's gonna.
Look for Alex. When you get out, look for Alex. Alex is probably gonna meet you at the doorway because you're like, oh my god, another friend I can hang out with. So just
and you hear, no, why would I wait for him at the door? I don't need another friend. I have all the friends I need right here.
Alex, you want to go to a concert?
Honestly, I do. Unfortunately, my job entails that I follow this one like glue. Isn't that right, best friend?
Alexandros, go have fun at a concert with my older brother.
Yes, sire. And your older brother looks at you is like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like that.
Have fun.
also, just a heads up, I don't think you all can get to Tartarus from here. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Of course we can. We just gotta find the right door.
Yeah, find the right door. And also, first, T. Uh,
T.
uh,
Hey, having having met up with Ixion, my mind is a little wonky right now. Let's take us a quick 5 minute break. Like hydrate, do we gotta do come back for the second leg of our journey. See y'all soon. welcome back, everybody. We had a family reunion of sorts. No, well, reunion implies we met before. Nolan met his long lost half brother, who may or may not have been a kinslayer. That's not the important part. Uh, Ixion and Alex are out there looking for concerts, gonna have a party. Bodhi and Nolan are on their way to get some iced tea. Ice being the prerogative term, as it is, even for gods in the underworld, something is off. As you get closer and closer, you no longer feel cold. What you are feeling is this feeling of non-existence.
Should were we supposed to let Nix know we were coming? Did we?
Uh, she would probably be prepared if I told her. I did tell her I was going to see her soon, so she's probably waiting for us at some point.
All right. Um, I'm gonna use the longest road to just send a message, be like, hey, we're gonna swing by in a minute.
Okay.
Here's the longest road. Nope, nope. Not as which one was it? Secondary messenger. Is that it? Yeah.
Okay, and just like give Nix a heads up.
Yeah. Give her Nix a heads up. Let her know we're coming. We're in the neighborhood. We're gonna stop by. Say hi.
What does the secondary messenger? Is it directly to Nix or to like an area? I assume to like.
Um, Pass a message along an unconventional mean. A bird tears a bit of newspaper to make it a nest,
Okay.
drops it in the path of the intended recipient. Newspaper. Something happens. Something happens, and they get the message. So,
Gotcha.
um, what we're gonna do is, um, she has mugs because she had attempted to serve
Yeah.
tea before. So one of the mugs um, in her home is going to um, have a little message scrawled on it in ice. Hey, we're going to stop by. We're on our way. See you soon.
Huh?
XOXO, Bodhi and Nolan.
Give me. Hmm. Give me your most charismatic role. The one that's like pure charm and charisma. Whatever that is, give me that.
That's what I was. I mean, yeah. Okay. So that is three successes, all on divinity dice.
So as you're walking, you're noticing that the ground around you is either disappearing or you just can't see it. Like it's really weird what's happening right now. However, the ground directly in front of you is there. There is a direct path that was not there last time in the direction of Nyx's abode.
All right.
Got the message.
We'll keep following the path.
Give me an occult intellect. Nolan, give me a culture resolve.
Plus resolve.
All
Okay.
right. And for the record, this is technically fighting the pool because I have more divinity dice than I have dice.
Oh,
4 successes on 4 dice.
4 dice. Um,
Let's see. So, three on divinity dice, but it's four successes.
okay. Bodhi, like this is you. This is not like your underworld, but you understand underworlds being a demigod of death.
Hmm.
Underworlds take various forms, but never have you felt this nothingness. You get the feeling that like were you to walk off the path, you would quote unquote you wouldn't die because die implies like this death and transition into like you would just cease to exist.
Mm, okay.
Outside of this path is nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Nolan, uh, you Ares likely would have told you a story a long time ago uh, about the evil hidden in Hades and how it needs to be contained and how he was the only one strong enough to like to scare her into submission. And even back then, you were like, "This is bullshit. Like, you're lying." But you get only the parts about him were bullshit, and there was something that was happening. Like, she is whether it's active, whether it's passive, eating away at the Pantheon simply by existing. You make your way to where was the forest, and you kind of know that because that was to the point. By that time, there was like just no light.
Oh, okay. Um, I'm going to do an investigation real quick that because I noticed. Hmm, this is gonna be interesting. I want to investigate the nature of how this is taking place.
Mm-hmm.
What role would that be?
How this is taking place. Ooh. So you could either do. Okay, here's this. Why are you trying to figure it out? Because that will determine which role you do.
I'm trying to because if it's just self-contained in like an area, that's one thing. But if it's like expansive now, um,
Okay, so it's more like trying to figure out. Okay, so you could do a cult. You could do empathy if you're trying to figure her out. Although that would be more effective, like if you're like just discoursing with her.
yeah,
Um, and like I could also see survival if you're just like because this is fundamentally also a survival role. So either of those three, and then figure out. My mind always goes to cunning for figuring something out.
okay. Then I'll go occult and cunning. And can I add field work to this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is field work.
Okay, okay, tight, 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 tight. Um, okay. Uh, two on the divinity dice, but five altogether.
And you're trying to figure
Oh,
out. Hmm?
and plus the additional one, so six.
Oh, nice. Okay. And you're trying to figure out if this erasure of Hades is like just in a small area around her abode or if it's like expanding.
Right.
Given the way that she was able to manipulate and like create a path, um, one, she definitely has control over it. Um, and given the extent that like her effect has on all of Hades, uh, it's probably expanding. The fact that it hasn't taken all of Hades means it's probably not an active attempt yet, but the more furious she becomes,
right. Okay. We watched Nolan kind of pick up the pace, like, okay, Bodhi, this was DEF CON 2. We kind of had to up the scales a little bit. This family emergency um has kind of evolved. It's kind of making things worse. Uh, the underworld might cease to exist as we know it, and it might continue to spread. So we should go have this tea right now.
Yeah, that was the plan. We're gonna go have tea.
Um, right. Also, I don't know what her mental state is. So yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Okay. We'll find out when we get there, won't we? It'll be.
Just gonna head over there.
Right? It takes some sort of time. Time is very strange here. But you remember being in this place you cannot see, but like you remember the feeling. Um, and there is on the ice table two cups with it is iced tea. There's tea and there's ice, but like the tea is also frozen, so it's like frozen tea and also frozen ice in the frozen tea. Once again, the attempt is there.
Yeah, uh, we
And
appreciate the
then
attempt.
in the back, kind of in the stairs going to the second floor, you feel a presence. I usually say entity to signify there's some sort of living being actively like reaching out to you. This is not a living being. There is a presence, and it is there, and it is furious, although the fury is not directed towards you.
Afternoon or evening. Hello.
You hear nothing.
Hmm. Wait. Takes it out of his pocket. I brought flowers from the memorial.
You can have the flowers. Oh, you lucky son of a gun. You feel a hand on your shoulder as she takes the flowers. You just hear a very soft thank you.
No problem. I just wanted to check up on you. You just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Have you found her?
No, still looking. That's also partially why we're here, to kind of fix a few things.
I see it. Thank you for looking. She was very lucky to have met you two.
Right, but I feel like she was lucky to have you for the limited time she did.
They said I was danger to her.
Well, I mean, we're all kind of a danger to each other if you think about it. I mean, we have powers that we really can't contain, so just putting that a burden on you would just be wrong and rude, kind of mean.
That's what they've always done, and I've never minded. It is what it is, but this is different.
Oh, dish, auntie, let me hear it. Like, tell me. Listen, you don't get to talk to people a lot. That's also why I'm here. I am here to visit as family. He does actually mean that.
I'm very sorry. I tried to make the iced tea, but apparently I was distracted. I'll do better next time, I promise.
It's fine. Let me tell you something. When my when Mrs. Peters gets this distracted, like she burns up the mac and cheese. She's done it a few times. Like it happened during a Thanksgiving and like uh it kind of got like really hectic with like the family, but like it was still edible. He's gonna try to more like sherbet tea,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you made an attempt, and that's more than anyone else can say.
All right.
I've met several members of his family, and none have offered tea. So you
Nope.
you have a step up on the rest of them.
Yeah, you offer tea instead of trauma. Wow. Okay. Yeah, got it. Bodhi, you were right about that thing earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. So what we do know, we I believe we told you that it was the ferryman that went and got her, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, we know Hades is missing, presumed dead. We don't know when that if that happened before or after the ferryman went and got her.
After.
After, okay. So Hades, I'm guessing, didn't talk about. Well, I don't want to presume that was
It
your
was Bane.
that was you. Okay. Um, I don't imagine he spilled the beans on where the ferryman went.
No.
No. Cerberus is still there. He's a good boy. We petted him.
Cerberus is a very good boy.
Um, Persephone did not seem to be aware of what was going on.
As far as I know, she had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but also she doesn't seem to know the location of the ferryman. So that's kind of where we stand as far as. We also Ares is presumed missing. Was that you by any chance? Just so that we, or is
Nope.
someone else also making?
Oh,
Ares
kind of
tends
a
to stay
positive.
far from me.
Okay, so
Ah,
Ares was what you're doing. Poseidon, Zeus, they're also missing and unaccounted for.
Poseidon was my doing.
Is he?
ah,
Is he with his brother?
He is gone.
Okay.
ah. Right,
All right.
right, right, right.
So we got.
Zeus is in hiding.
All right. So is Aphrodite. So we know that. I'm guessing you had no beef with Festus because we found him.
And nope, have not talked to him in a very long time.
Okay. Okay. Have you talked to Hera?
I have not. Would she know where Rachel is?
I don't think she would, but Hercules killed several of her children, so she may have some sort of. She might have a way to be a sympathetic ear. Maybe someone you could talk to. Just putting it out there, yeah, maybe. Um, that's uh, yeah. I just thought I figured throw that there. Um, are there any? If we were to go looking for any more, are there any that we shouldn't bother looking for that we're not aware of?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Got it.
Uh, so besides Hades, who might know where the ferryman would go? Who um, you certainly have had more interactions with the rest of the family over the time period that they've been in existence since you were there when they came about.
You're right. I think it's time for a family reunion.
Which type of family reunion?
One of them knows where Rachel is.
While we're having this conversation. I think Nolan is trying to use something he has not used in a long time. He is trying to use that lover calling.
Hmm.
He's try to like find my friend, find my location, using mom here. Like he's trying to channel like the way his mom was looking for him.
So, like, use the lover's calling to find Rachel using Nix's like love of her daughter.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, just like that.
Okay.
It's especially with one of his titles being Alka of overcoming pain and familiar love.
Okay. So you use one legend. Uh, and while you're unable to find an exact location, you do see this vision of a lightning bolt.
He is going to use his human brain, like the human moment, and like kind of that Merc investigator side try to like piece together what he's seen in that one vision, try to
Mhm.
collect as many clues in that moment with that lightning bolt.
So with the human brain, there really was minimal there. There was nothingness, and then there was a lightning bolt. And because of just, who causes the most chaos within the Pantheon, and who is also currently missing,
No,
and also who
no.
already has some kind of beef and dramas, and
Zeus.
who would have the ability
Yeah,
to
yep, Zeus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, all right. I think I might have a clue as to
do
who.
you?
He's just gonna pull out. He's gonna go to the other side of the table, pull out a chair for her, then sit back down in the chair.
Mhm.
You might want to sit for this.
I'm so happy. I know I could count on you.
So, um, had a brief vision.
Before you say anything, make a survival composure roll.
Damn it. Okay.
And
Uh,
while this is happening,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm gonna probably foolishly,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna become manifest
Okay.
and hope that the holy fire can melt can melt the tea. So we're gonna see if that works.
Okay. I will say she is actively trying to restrain the side effects of her presence for you all. And so the temperature is now like, like negative 70 rather than like the absolute zero it would have been.
Mm-hmm.
And so with become manifest easily, you can have like actual iced tea.
All right. I'll be melting the tea, and we'll hand the mug to Nolan once it is melted.
Mm-hmm.
um, nothing. I got nothing.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
Okay, so there's a lightning bolt involved. Uh, that's
Bodhi,
great
you are
news.
so close to melting that tea. And all of a sudden, it's like the ambient temperature dropped 100 degrees Celsius. A lightning bolt, you say?
Yeah. Well, she's not completely gone, is what I'm saying. So it's most likely possible to find her. Just we might know where she is.
Nolan, Bodhi, where do you live?
In the world.
Do
Yeah,
you have any place outside of the world where you spend a large amount of time?
yeah. Outside the real world. Well, not real world,
Yes.
but no, no, we kind of that's kind of our.
Well, I mean,
Well,
kind of, sort of. It's. I I'm working on earning my place there. It's not a. It's a place I can go and visit. It's not a permanent residence. Yeah.
I'm kind of like the bastard child from like a bad BET drama. So I'm normally not invited to most things.
How long would it take you to find a place of residence outside of the world and Mount Olympus?
I mean, I got a few. There's like a safe house that the few gods have asked me to like hang out at.
And that's not in the world, correct?
Yeah, and especially with like two of them, they're definitely not in the world, to be honest.
Good. I can give you a week.
What if we took care of this for you?
I can give you a week.
A week. That's perfectly fine. We'll investigate, we'll figure some stuff out. And by a week, are we talking about like God week or are we talking about like mundane week? Because those are two different weeks.
I can give you a mundane world week.
Okay. Going to be difficult, but you know what? We've dealt with difficult before, haven't we, Bodhi?
We have dealt with difficult before. Um, I would like to make to do a thing, to make a rule, to
Hmm.
see if my character knows something that the player knows about Hercules.
Okay.
Occult and intellect, I would think.
Yeah. Honestly, or culture would
Okay.
also work.
Same dice pool.
Okay.
Two successes. So
Also, you talked to
Yeah.
Nolan a few times.
so out of character, Hercules is part of the Keepers of the World, whose goal is to um, essentially remove the current all the current pantheons and become a one encompassing pantheon.
Hmm.
Would Bodhi Lee in her travels have picked up any knowledge of that?
With two successes, yeah.
Okay. So, I Nix, are you aware of what Hercules is and he's up to and
I'm
what he?
not. I tend to stay to myself.
Okay. Um. So, well, I don't necessarily, Nolan might have a bigger issue with it. I don't necessarily have a problem with how you're dealing with your family beefs and anything and things like that. Um, but Hercules is part of a group trying to do something similar um, on a wider scale. Um, and if it is something that he's going to pick up on what's going on what you've been doing at some point, and just putting it out there, he may approach you with less than honest intentions. So, and if nothing else, while maybe um, Zeus isn't hiding, Hercules might be Um, you might know a thing or two. That is his dad we're talking about. So, um, he he he's a little kind of hard to warm up to sometimes though. Um, so maybe like I think he can give us like a little bit more than a week to kind of work that angle.
He does really like you. How much time would you need boating?
Well, um, so what do you think, Nolan? We're like a month because even if Zeus is hiding out, Hercules probably knows a bunch of layouts, but it's going to take some time to gain his trust to get to infiltrate this and kind of get in with him into. Um, I think Nolan maybe a month sound reasonable.
Yeah. Uh, and it will also give me time to actually put my investigative work into play. We
Yeah,
go in, we confront, and we bring her back home.
A month.
yeah,
But if it
Perfect.
takes longer than a week, I get Zeus at the end.
Gotcha.
that's just fair.
Bodhi, are you a hugger?
I am a hugger.
She walks over and gives you a hug.
She's wide open, all four arms open, and embraces, which is probably a bad idea with knowing Nyx, but yeah,
I
she's
mean, it's like, 2 boxes of damage. It's fine.
yeah,
Kind of hurts, a little frostbite, even though you're on fire, but,
yeah, it can defrost. That'll be all right.
yeah, you'll recover pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming. I needed this.
No problem. But uh, you, you shouldn't be by yourself. Don't you have someone else that you could, hang out with while you wait?
Always been by myself. Well, for the most part.
Right. Because I thought it was you and. Sorry, I didn't want to bring up anything, not my place.
I appreciate your candor. Yes. Let's just say I've been by myself. It's easier that way.
Oh, so you don't want anyone else in your space except maybe Rachel.
Rachel is always welcome here whenever she needs.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Well, it's great seeing you. We will go off to investigate and bring Rachel home.
Thank you both very much. When you get back, I will be better at iced tea.
Yeah.
This is fine. And he's still trying to like chip at it. He's doing like the old school like icy thing where you're like you have to like scrape at it a little bit to
Yeah.
still get it out. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Like when you get the shavings in, it's a pretty good flavor.
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go and rest for a week.
Yeah,
All
not
right.
a problem.
Would you like to return?
I mean, yeah, if you wanna send us back, you could. Um,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a walk for us to get back to the way we came, and things are kind of spreading out, so it's a little less stable. The trip path here.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Then I will see you all soon.
All right.
Uh, Yeah. She will take you, we'll say she'll take you to Nolan's, one of Nolan's bathhouses. Could somebody roll me a D12?
A D12. I got you. 4.
Okay. It hasn't been that long. It's only been 4 months,
Oh, okay.
which that was, it's been about what it usually is. 3 to 4 month trip to the underworld and back. Bodhi, when you come back, you are flooded with these prayers.
Mm-hmm.
These visions of monsters are becoming more and more prevalent and also coming closer and closer to Atusa.
Lovely.
You're also getting more and more specific description of these monsters.
Oh, goody. What do we got?
Uh, Lots of you go owls for some reason.
Owls. Okay, okay.
Um, Bears of like being attacked and consumed by owl-shaped or owl-headed creatures.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And this kind of like pure rage, evilness, aggression, anger.
Oh, so close.
It is very close.
Um, what is happening? I am making a quick message to Doug Towers.
Uh-huh.
Hey, we're back. I need everyone that Doug had who prepared a way to get to Olympus, kind of need them back. Or kind of am going to need a trip to Olympus.
Okay. Um, about 80% of those people are still there. And it would take about a full day because some people are going to be like, I don't work for you anymore. And then it's like, no, no, a God is telling us to do this. Just let's go. And so they can all be there by tomorrow.
Great. Um, Basically, he's just like, okay, I get that straightened out. Keep on the lookout for anyone of a Greek Roman pantheon running around.
Anyone?
Anyone. If there's anyone within that running around, let me know.
You get a couple of Instagram posts of Alex and Ixion at local bands.
Okay.
No one specific genre. Anything that is advertised as a band, they're there, whether it's like, a sold out stadium or like a small coffee shop with like a local guitar player. Like they're just there, always having the best time.
Oh, they're vibing. That's nice. I'll make one phone call though.
Hmm.
And let's see if he answers it because we haven't spoken in about what, a year at this point? Almost going on 2. He is going to call Aries.
Call, no answer.
He's going to call again. I know you're there and I know you look at your phone.
In fact, this time you call and it cuts off after two rings.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. I am going to do what is an African American pastime of
Hmm.
like constant text. but like, it's censored for like a certain audience. But there's a lot of messages of like, bring your ass here now. Answer
Hmm.
your goddamn phone, or I'm going to make it apparent that we have a problem. Do not make me, don't make me embarrass you in front of all these people.
You get a text back from a number you don't know. Four words. Don't make things worse.
You already made everything worse. You and your funky ass brothers made everything worse. Sins. You just started an apocalypse and talking about me making everything worse.
I did not start an apocalypse. I am not Aries.
What the fuck is this? Why do you have this phone? Or like, why are you communicating?
Because I know where he is, and we all need to just take some time to ourselves to survive.
Okay. We only have a month left before we're all dead emoji, dead emoji, dead emoji. Send.
I can help you if you come meet me.
Meet you where?
Tonight at midnight, go to your mirror.
All right, tonight at midnight, we're gonna meet at a mirror.
Okay. Um, is it a magic mirror or is it just like a?
No, I think it's just the regular bedroom mirror at my house. Okay, cool. I think we got to talk to Bloody Mary because apparently Bloody Mary knows where the fuck my dad is. Okay, fine, fine. We'll meet you at the mirror.
Midnight.
Okay, midnight. I will be there midnight. But if this is something else, I am pulling your braids out. Send.
Right?
Okay, got any business? Take care of it before midnight.
All right, sounds good.
So you got the people coming tomorrow, going to the remains of Scion Towers to get you to Mount Olympus. You have the meeting tonight at the mirror, and you have the key to Tartarus.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing before our meeting tonight?
I'm doing a ritual. I don't know what you're gonna do, or if you need me for something.
No, it should be good. Yeah. I'm gonna try to do a thing, and we'll see if it works out. And if it doesn't, well, it's not like a end of the world thing. It's just kind of a moving on to bigger things thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bodhi
Mhm.
is going to, because this is such a fun one to play with. Again, I am going to use the um, that knack that lets secondary messenger
Mhm.
that lets me send out a message. This one is going out to Silas.
Mhm.
Um, it'll broadcast over his Instagram, and um, is going. It's going to broadcast out to everybody
Mhm.
from his Instagram. But when he looks at his Instagram account, he's going to get a different message.
Okay. I like it.
I no longer have an Instagram account, Silas. I will no longer be posting on social media when, if I have a message that will now be coming through you. And I don't have any like tech abilities to make this necessarily happen.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, um, so I'm relying on this what I've just done to be the cornerstone to cement this in. Um, all traces of Bodhi having any social media
Mm-hmm.
are now being erased and cleared, and any messages that Bodhi has made that has gone out to the public are now coming from
That
Silas. Um, so that now Silas is when is still it. Silas has not changed as what his deal is.
right.
But anybody that was following a Bodhi Lee account, any of them, are now following Silas. Silas is now the social media voice of.
So, well, and he'll Silas will send you a DM. Oh, do you proud? Oh, do you so proud? And of course, it goes back to him
Yep.
because it is somewhat of a prayer. You at least get the intention behind it. How many dots does Silas have as a fate bind?
Silas has one dot as a fate bind.
That we're gonna bump that up to two.
We're going to bump that up to two. I am also, as part of this, somewhere in here, I have the XP chart where I can, well, I'll actually tell you how much XP this is going to be. Um, and giving a little gift a little additional gift to Silas that he may not have necessarily asked for, because now his Instagram and social media accounts are part of him, a part of extension, or now part of Bodhi's. Um, and there's a little bit of divine in there, and will now be the Instagram or the Nymphstagram uh, birthright follower birthright.
Very nice. Instagram through Silas.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it. And so Silas, well, attempting to communicate through you is essentially enacting this prayer, acting uh, as your like Instagram voice. The Bodhi Lee presence that once existed no longer is there, as all of is returned to Silas, the fitness influencer, once influenced and now worshiper of Bodhi Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Nolan, you said you had a ritual you were want to enact.
Yeah. Just like Bodhi, uh I'm calling Chris and the Order of Crown, so those two fate binds. Um Getting them the green coats and jackets and flags and everything. Um Open up the main bathhouse, which we have not used in a while. Even open up the cathedral side, which we haven't done.
Mm-hmm.
Have the flame circling around. First thing first, has a skull in the center. But he's also grabbed the it's in a lead box, but he has the stake. The
Yep, yep, yep.
And he knows it's gonna burn him when he does it, but uh Sacrifices are called for this. All right. As a part of my pantheon, as a part of who I am, apparently I need more ambition and I kind of need more folks who are a little bit more bumped up. Uh, so all of you are going to get a whole power increase. We're going to be bound together in this because I have to go and deal with world-ending situations. However, I don't think I should be the only one, seeing as all of you are capable of doing a bunch of mighty, devastating stuff. So, I need a piece of gold jewelry from all of you, and I need y'all to bleed drop of blood on this skull.
All right, and Chris is the first one to go, and slowly but surely, everybody hands you something, drops their blood on the skull in the center.
Um, Help with this. I'm enacting my war domain. We are no longer bound by our fragilities as mortals, and we move on as being a little bit more divine. And he's going to grab that stake and stab that skull, and he's going to amplify the powers of everyone in the room.
Is it a general power increase or like a specific technique that they all learn?
Uh, Not a technique learned, but this is more of like a power increase for everyone
Okay.
here.
All right. So you take the bruise condition as just like holding the stake. Even though you're a demigod, it doesn't hurt as much as it used to, but there's still a this sort of like divine blocking energy. But everyone in the room gets that like power increase, making them better able to take on more dangerous foes.
Okay. And one last thing. Fine, it'd be fine if I do this. Chris,
Yes, boss.
um, guess what you're getting, buddy?
A raise.
Okay, sure, you also get a raise. But also this. And puts in Chris' hands Lover Boy.
Mm. He looks like boss, I can't take this.
He kind of just like pushes up to him. Listen, my mentor gave me a gun like this. Well, not a gun exactly like this because, the whole Scion thing. But you're gonna have to go more with just a shield and that sneaky sword you keep using. I can keep telling you, like, it's a fake Roman sword. Like, you don't have to keep using it.
Oh, I'll do you proud, boss.
And you can take that goofy ass boy you keep seeing.
We're not seeing each other. We're just like
You
we're
can't fool you can't fool me with
fair.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, I read your fan fiction, so like I already know. I already know. I read it.
but it was good, right?
Talk to Doug Towers about finding an editor, but like that we'll scratch that. That's a yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Do me proud.
Okay. Uh, I will figure out what how. Okay, I have an idea of what Chris with Loverboy is. I'll talk about that after the game. Yeah, but yeah. Chris is turning into something special at this point. Yeah, and so you enact your ritual. People are stronger. Chris has Loverboy. Um, and the evening goes up until midnight, where you both sit in front of the mirror.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Candyman, Candyman, Candyman.
12:01 shows up. 12:02. 12:02 and 37 seconds. You see an image in the mirror. An image you recognize. It is Aphrodite.
Good to see you. How you been?
Uh, I've been better, but overall can't complain. How are you doing, Bodhi?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. So yeah. I hear you've been back with your husband, your
Ex-husband.
ex-husband.
But we're talking again.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm,
Well,
mhm,
I
mhm.
talked to a certain someone, and that's a good place for you. So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I figured we
Yeah.
should get to know each other again.
Rekindle old flames, yada yada yada. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Or other things. Anyways, so yeah. Um, we're looking for someone who maybe if we can find this person, we can make it so that you don't have to hide. Now, if you choose to stay with Festus after that is done, then that's your business.
Right.
But if this is uh, purely a strategic move, and it is something that you're doing to save your ass, not of actual desire to reunite, um, then this information can make that need go away, so you can move on to other things.
I don't know what you're talking about, but if I did,
If you did, yes, of course.
of course, if I did know what you were talking about, I too was looking for a certain someone and was unable to find her. And that's when I coincidentally decided to start talking to my ex-husband again.
Oh, see, we're looking for a him,
Yeah,
not a
specific
her,
him.
a specific him.
Well,
Related to her.
It isn't yeah. I mean, it's not. Our search for him is connected to your search for her. We're um, looking into but
I can say this. A certain him is not in Mount Olympus. He would have been found. A certain him is not in Hades. He would have been found. To truly hide as a god, you need to go to some place that is built for hiding, built to be confusing.
okay.
Potterus?
That's a good idea.
Right. I'm guessing he just might so happen to go through the maze and has been hiding there.
What better place to hide than a maze?
Is
And
this
if
the one?
he's hiding,
Is this the one with the Minotaur or a
There
different
are a few
maze?
of those in there, yes, along with some other things.
Okay. Um, we'll forgo the fact that this place is here theoretically locked.
I mean, theoretically locked the front door, but there are always multiple ways to get in.
We're not, it's okay if the front door's locked. We hypothetically, uh,
Hypothetically.
hypothetically, we have
Yeah.
that covered. Um,
Yep.
Now, you got, there's a maze we got to find. Anything else? You know,
Well, I would also suggest you not try to contact Ares.
What did what did all of you do? Like it feels like this is like one Game of Thrones playground rules sort of bullshit.
Ares is just entirely unhelpful
generally, yes,
in
yes.
all things, and this is not the time we need to engage someone who is described as entirely unhelpful.
Fine. And I'm guessing actually no, not fine. I'm done with this. Done with you, I'm done with him. So I'm gonna have to deal with you first. Your whole kingmaker thing, hand it over.
Unfortunately, I am not there. I'm just in the mirror.
Find a way to hand that whole thing over.
Let me think on it.
Oh, no, 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 no. See, this is where you're getting confused. That wasn't a request. That wasn't a suggestion. That wasn't Bodhi being nice and on her doctoral therapy. I'm healing everyone. Bullshit. No, this is me saying, if you don't hand it over, there will be problems. You will catch these hands one way or another.
That is some very good energy. Take that to Zeus,
Oh no, when I'm done with
hypothetically.
oh, you don't understand because a certain lady wants someone's head. So if she doesn't get Zeus's, I
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. You can only fuck around enough until you actually find out.
Yeah, so
yeah, Kingmaker, hand it over. You got people who can send that domain and that divinity over, and you can go play house with you know who as long as you want. I don't care if he wants to go and play that those games with you. Whatever. I don't care about your relationship. I care about reining this shit in, like we talked about in the very beginning. You know my intentions.
I do know your intentions, but considering we're on the brink of, universal collapse,
you know why you're hiding?
because divinity doesn't work against primordials,
Uh huh. Uh huh. Right, right, right. And you know what you're hiding from, right? Yeah, we figured that out. Um, do you know who isn't doing that?
people who are not in her sights.
Well, if you mean by sites and like targets and on back, right. But also, if you're talking about sites as in people that she's seen, or um, gods or demigods or whatever you want to say that's seen, we um, we had tea with her. She's it was fine. Uh, we needed some a little warming up, but the tea was a good tea. Um, However, this works out, me and Nolan are going to be fine. The
That's
question is that you want to ask is if we have this knowledge and we're still working to make it sure that everyone's okay, and that includes you, what can you do to help us?
there's one mistake you made in that. Divinity Primordials, it's not a matter of what we want. It is effective who we are. If Nyx stops restraining, then you will not be saved. She does not represent cold. She represents nothing. And so there will be nothing in the universe.
She needs a place to stay. We're welcome guests.
So,
We have she can destroy the world. She can destroy your pantheon, the outer worlds of yours. But she made it clear in our conversation that my and another world of my choosing would not be touched.
I mean, not
So I
we
can
could
so
do.
I can just go and just
Or
sit
you
this
know what?
out.
Take a month vacation. You know, we could take the whole month vacation we've always been dreaming of. You know,
Yeah,
that sounds fun.
yeah.
I think everybody, including Nyx, is underestimating what nothing means.
Yes, a total annihilation. Yes, no, I got that part, but like I'm on crash out mode. So like, do you want to really play Russian roulette with me at this point, woman?
I want to help. I don't know what the Keymaker will do.
Oh, no, 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 no. We can solve the whole problem when it comes to Zeus. This agreement that we're having is to deal with your dumbass. Because I'm kind of tired of this. I'm tired of the
Me?
games. Ma'am, I don't think you understand. I can ruin not only your existence and non-existence, I can ruin your current relationship because if I know you, I know that you're sweet talking some other individuals at the same time. So let's not play that game either.
Of course I am. You're not shot fooling anybody.
But see, what you had before was like you had a throne to sit on, you had connections, but now you're running and hiding with someone who's been crotchety for the last few millennial, and I don't think he wants to deal with Nick's problem with your problems mixed together while you're sweet talking other people.
He is pretty crotchety.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, then looks like we're at an impasse. So I'm going to hide and you stay out there and we'll see who's safer.
It's really, really fast. Hey, the ladies. Nolan, your favorite nephew. Listen,
Oh, I
Nyx is on.
absolutely already changed his number. I knew you were going to try some nonsense like this.
Oh, you think I'm calling that number? You're funny. I'm talking to his whole workshop buddy. Girl, I'm putting that business all out there.
Well, now I gotta go take care of something. You all have fun.
Yeah, she really thinks that I don't know all of like all the lines, but that's what she's playing with. But don't worry, Mathint. I learned that from my mom.
She's like, I'm not calling the person. I'm calling the environment.
Yeah. And then as soon as she says mom, he's just like, damn, she made it like it's almost like part of the memories are back, but all like part of the feeling. And it's just like that's who raised me to be an actual deity.
Hmm.
I know how we can deal with Zeus. We got to go to Tartarus. So.
Yeah, we gotta go to starters. Um,
Also, I kind of need Kingmaker because if she's running around while this is happening, she can possibly set up her own pantheon by the time we come back. Which is probably what she's been trying to do this whole time. Now that I think about it.
so this will be uh, swear I'm not trying to abuse secondary messenger, but it just seems like an appropriate time.
Such a great
It's
one.
such a great way to get a message across to someone. Um, on Festus's workbench, there's going to be a little note.
Mm-hmm.
That will be meant for Aphrodite. It'll just look like a little trinket. It'll be interesting to him that he'll probably show it off to her because
Right.
it's like, yeah, look at this little, you know. And at first she'll be unamused by it, by as most things. It's not impressive even by his standards.
Mm-hmm.
But then she'll get the message. If I can get this message to you when you're not being helpful, do you want to guess who else I can get a message to and let them know that you're not being helpful about where you are?
Bodie Lee, are you being a crash out queen?
Things need to be said. Just yeah.
So you are well aware that she did in fact get the message.
Wow, we've been hanging out for a while. We're starting to rub off on each other in interesting ways.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's we're helping each other become the gods we were meant to be.
Oh,
So yeah, do we want to wait around and see if Aphrodite wants to respond to the message, or should we um, head off?
I just want to head off and change locations. But oh right, gotta text the people like, hey, so listen, we're gonna need someone who can direct us towards Tartarus. They don't have to put us directly there, but somewhere close to that location.
So you'll get a message back. Um, in theory, what remains of Scion Tower should get you there. But the problem is they don't have any ingredients to create the portal to Tartarus. You would need some
Oh,
sort
that's
of.
that's not a problem.
Yeah, we can get there.
Yeah. Um, I'm forgetting his name. It's not Xerox. It's not. Is it
Xerxes?
Xerxes? Is that who it was that we let out to go party with Alex?
Oh, Ixion.
Exion, yeah.
Ixion.
Exion. We're gonna need to meet with Exion.
As far as y'all know, he's still like. I think tonight is like local jazz night at the coffee shop.
He can take a trip with us. Well, may not be necessary. So, we're gonna meet him at the coffee shop.
Right. So he and Alex are there just like having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice that everyone is just like quietly contemplating hearing the music. They are just partying as you do.
Mm-hmm. So, Zershan, we're gonna need you for a moment here. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what can I do?
Um, we're gonna go find a locked door somewhere
Okay.
in this facility. I'm gonna take out the key from Persephone. Then I'm just gonna. I understand this is painful, but I'm gonna need you to think about Tartarus.
Eyes wide. I okay.
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 Okay. I am going to take the key and stick it in the locked door, and using that to and the energy from Xerxion, use the longest road and make this door a portal to where we can get to Tartarus.
Okay. The door opens and there is this musty smell of mold brick. There is this just look of horror on Ixion's face as he looks back into his prison for the past millennia or so.
All right. Thanks for your help. You can go back to enjoying the jazz music.
You're you can't go in there.
Doesn't even reply and just steps through.
He will he'll do that thing where he like runs at you until he gets to the doorway. He's like, come back.
Do I follow behind you or wait for another door?
No, this door should. I mean, this door. As long as this. I mean, in theory, how this should work is this door will lead there, but only because it was a key to unlock the door to Tartarus. So if I take the key with me, when it opens, it won't. It will still be locked when the door closes. So, if we're going, come on.
Uh, Alex, you got my suitcase with the thing that you normally should be holding on to? Or
Oh, yeah, I definitely have it.
you don't have it? That's fine.
I'll be right back. And he disappears and comes back 15 seconds with it.
Okay. We'll be back in time.
I see you have some of that spark again.
Not now, Alex.
What mean not now? This is why I'm here.
Alex, we gotta save the world, Alex. I don't have time for like Spark and Stella got her groove back speech. All right, I'm not Whoopi Goldberg or
You go.
or
We'll be here.
We'll let you know if we need anything.
yeah. Also, Angela Bassett, not Whoopi Goldberg. He just goes to the door.
And as the door closes to Tartarus, we're also going to close the door to this adventure. Apologies for it ending early, but that must happen today, and I feel like this is a nice place to do it. We have left Hades, met with a fairly homicidal Nyx, met with some shady people doing shady things, and have found our way into Tartarus, where there is apparently a person of great interest to many out in the universe. And so we'll return next week to do the same thing. But before we close out, let us hear from the stars, starting with Crow this time. Let us know who you are, who you're playing, any pertinence, and what is Nolan feeling right now?
Hi, bro. I play Nolan, a Scion who is feeling like he got a purpose again. And we'll figure out the rest of the details later.
Beautiful. And Zachary, if you would tell us who you are, who you're playing, any pertinence, and what is Bodhi Lee feeling right now?
Hello, I am Zachary Nowder. He, him. I have been playing Bodhi Lee. She, her. She's just kind of thinking of, uh, you know, maybe Nyx can destroy the world and also the multiple other worlds. Maybe she can't. Maybe she's she only has the power to. She's got to take over some other worlds, and there's only so many that she can take over before all the other Primordial start getting up and be like, hey, no, we like what we're doing. You don't take that away from us and fight back. But that's not really her concern at the moment. Um, she's just trying to make sure there's a world to come back to. Uh, as far as things go with that. As far as where you will find me, um, I am occasionally on the BS site as zachrules.com, which is also my website conveniently. Uh, for those of you who are watching and check the Monday meeting notes and look for a schedule, there is no Monday meeting notes this week. It is liminal week. Everybody's off. So this week, as far as the schedule goes for this channel, Thursday we have Trinity Continuum Anima Mask in the Mirror at 12 p.m. Eastern. We have They Came from Cyclops Cave, Warrior of Legend. That's going to be Friday, January 3rd, at also at 12 at this channel. And then when we're back here, that's where you'll find me in video format. Um, Scion, the Tower. You're watching it now. If you just tuned in, we start at 9 Eastern. Um, and I do want to just give a brief moment. So this past Friday, Terry Robinson of Mage the Podcast, and various other podcasts, and he's been on this channel before streaming, and is a freelancer for Honest Path Publishing, has passed away. I've gotten very few chances to interact with him, and every time I did, he has been a delightfully intriguing person to talk to. He's was very curious, very open, very, um, willing to kind of explore and see what's out there and push boundaries. And it is a loss and who will be missed. And if you have enjoyed Mage or pretty much any of the Honest Path games, because he probably at some point through Mage the Podcast has talked to someone about one of the games, go check out Mage the Podcast. Listen through some of the old episodes, and yeah, that's what I got.
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you all out there. For those of you celebrating, I hope you have a great entrance to the new year, and we will see you next week.